This morning my parents need help installing a water softener at their house. So got a bunch of tools in the back of Blue and I'm headed to Pinellas Park. I've made it to mi madre's house. This is her new Ream preferred water softener, 32K grain capacity. It's just a standard big box store water softener. This is where we're gonna be installing it. We're gonna have to run a new circuit out here because they don't have outlets or anything close by. So we're actually going to run the PVC for the outlet through this because this is an abandoned PVC pipe. This is their main water line coming in. That's what we're going to have to put it off of, and then we're just going to put it on a pedestal right here. Say hi to Madre.
Hi.
I don't know if you can hear it or not. We were originally going to install it right here, but one, there's no outlet, two, there's no drain. We were going to daylight it into some gravel over there, but apparently that's frowned upon, so we're not going to do that. She has a standpipe for a washing machine right here and a separate drain. We're going to move everything out of this area. There's an outlet over there already, there's a drain. We're going to have to rip out part of the wall to get to the drain and make sure it's ready. And then we're going to install this right there, hook it up to, this is the water inlet coming to the water heater. So we're going to cut it back, take it up and over, take the outlet, bring it back into the water heater. It's going to look a little janky, but it's kind of what we're working with, unless we want to go up into the ceiling, which we might do. We don't know. Gonna figure it out. We're going to move the dryer circuit. That's that. It also didn't have a ground in it, so we're going to replace the whole wire. It just goes up through the ceiling over there through the attic right here, so it'll be really easy to pull a new wire. We're going to replace that here, new double pole 30 with obviously a new 10 gauge wire pulled through with a ground this time. That'll be safer. Yeah, so that's what I was just doing on the panel. Now we're going to start taking apart this wall, I think. What started out as a simple water softener installation has turned into a full garage laundry room remodel. I don't think this is going to be a one-day job. This is the only day I have to do this, and I have to be back at home relatively early because I got homework I got to do, and I got to backfill that area around the septic tank. But we're going to get as much as we can today, make sure they have water and power, and then I'll come back here another day. We have to go to Home Depot to get a bunch of stuff. We're not going to be able to finish this today, but we've selectively decided what we want to get finished. We decided getting the water softener and the drains plugged up is what we want to accomplish today. That way they have soft water and no sewer gas in their garage. We also want to get the washing machine. There's a couple of circuits that are on 20 amp breakers that are only 14 gauge wires, so that's not good, but we probably need to fix that. A bunch of other stuff too. I don't know how much of it we're going to get done today, but we're going to try. We're in Big Red today instead of Old Blue. This is the same truck as Blue, only 2 years newer. Blue is a 1996 and this is a 1998. It's the same body model, same engine. Interior is slightly different. This one has a passenger airbag. Blue does not have a passenger airbag. But yeah, I got this. This was the first vehicle that I ever got in high school. It's cool that I now have the Blue, which was Macy's first ever vehicle. It's so weird that we ended up married and we both got the same vehicle when we turned 16. We're back. We bought a bunch of stuff and now we got a bunch of stuff to do. Let's get to it. I'm doing a terrible job filming all this stuff. Well, that's because we don't have a ton of time. I'm trying to get done in a hurry. So we put a new trap arm because the washing machine is going to be moved back into this area. She's going to get a dual stack. There's the dryer vent. So we attached this, got the trap filled with water so sewer gas isn't coming out. Got a Fernco and a cap put on this. It's just another line. This is all going to be buried back behind the wall. We have some shark bite caps put on those two water lines. All that's going to be buried behind the wall for now, but she wanted to keep the branch lines in case she ever needed it in the past. Otherwise we would take it back and cap it off. This stuff's all going to stay. We are now about to work on getting the circuit run for the water softener that we're going to put out here. I think that plan might have changed from earlier, but oh well. I can get up here. It's just whether or not I can fit. Either I'm crazy or there's an old drive shaft up here. Yeah. It looks like there's a drive shaft sitting right here. I have no idea here. All right, now I got to do some crawling. All right, I'm about to feed this cable down into that panel, Mom. Keep pulling for a good little bit. Pull it away from the panel some. Give me enough extra wire to wire it in. Take it out to where we're going to put it, and then just take it to the back of the house. Just make sure I have enough. Unroll enough to get to the back of the house. Out the door. Out the door and back of the house. And then cut it and hand me the end of it. I'm too large for this. I don't know how much any can't talk, insulation in my lungs. I don't know how much any of that you were able to see because I looked over, my camera was upside down. I was crawling around in the attic to run that circuit. All right, so that's run. This is Mo, my mom's neighbor and my friend, and my mom's down here helping also. I'm never getting in an attic again. That was horrible. So there's the new cable, 12-2. It'll be on a 20 amp GFCI circuit, which will be run. We ran it out. I drilled a hole in the wall out there, and then it'll be running liquid tight down the wall. I haven't really been able to record any of this because I'm trying to work pretty quick so I can get back home and do some homework. Here is the water softener. It's installed. It's recharging now. Everything's set up. Here's the outlet. We're going to caulk that hole up there, and then I'm going to get up inside the attic and staple that liquid tight to a joist. That way it doesn't move at all. Here's what this looks like. Soldered some 90s on and then just bought the shark bite fittings that they had for the water softener hookups at Home Depot. So this is the water inlet to the house. This is the main disconnect, or the main shutoff valve. Goes into the tank, out of the water softener, and that's where the water goes into the house. I replaced all this because it was just really poorly wired. I also replaced the breaker with a GFCI breaker because it's in the garage, required to have a GFCI breaker, not AFCI because it's not in a living space. But it was also a 20 amp breaker, and there was 14 gauge wire on this circuit, so I changed it out with a 15 amp breaker. I don't know who wired this, but the microwave is also powered by that circuit. It ain't pretty. This is our new circuit that we added. It's a 20 amp 12 gauge wire direct to the water softener, and it is GFCI protected because it's an outlet outside. And we also did that stuff down there, the plumbing. I think I already mentioned that. Now we're going to pull the new wire for the dryer circuit. All right, we got done with everything we wanted to get done today, by the grace of God, because it is about to come a storm. Water softener is installed, new circuit is run, plumbing is done for the water softener. It's running how it's supposed to. We pulled the new circuit, that's for the dryer circuit for the future. We only bought one elbow. We thought we were gonna run it down and then over to the mount, but she wanted it run up here, so we mounted it up there. So I have to get another elbow and then drop it down and then mount the outlet down there. We also fixed all this plumbing up a little bit. So like I said, this is going to be a multi-day job. I was in the attic multiple times. My hip checked through the drywall at one point. I hate doing drywall, and my mom doesn't hate it, so she's going to be the one to fix that. I was laid over like 3 joists, and I went to scooch, and when I scooched with my hip, it went right through the drywall, right in the center there. I'm too big of a person to be up in the attic, you know, way too big of a person. It was not ideal, but we got new circuit. This is the 20 amp breaker for the water softener. Same circuit, but an updated 15 amp GFCI breaker for that receptacle, that quad receptacle right there. This now has a ground. This is the dryer that's hooked up. Well, it's not hooked up yet, but that's the dryer, that pink wire coming down. It's a 10-3 wire. It's hooked up to this breaker that's turned off until we get it wired in. I should probably put some sort of lockout on that before I leave. And it now has a ground wire, which is great because it did not before. Yeah, that's all I got. I need to put the thing back for the attic. And I will make a part 2 to this video at some point. It is hotter than 2 rats fornicating in a wool sock outside. I am absolutely dead. I sweated 10 buckets of water today, drank like 15 Gatorade Zeros, and I gotta do homework. It's 5 p.m. Hopefully I'll be in bed by 10. See you next time.